Let her in, Nanny. Anita, darling, how are you? Miserable, darling, as usual, perfectly wretched.
Hey everyone, it's Alexa here. Today it is day 13, spooky 13 of 31 Days of Halloween. I hope you guys are enjoying so far. Today we're going to do Cruella de Ville, or at least my take on Cruella. I'm starting off with an eye primer and my face is kind of prepped and primed, but not really. We're going to do that later. I'm putting like a really harsh, stark white on my brow bone. We're going to go back over this later and put even more white just because she's so harsh. Her features are so harsh, and I didn't do like, of course, like straight to canon of what she looks like because she's like skin and bones, and your girl's got a little bit of meat on her bones. So I'm putting a metallic green. Some would argue that it is blue, and I even thought it was kind of bluey, and so I went back with the green, but we're gonna do that later. But I'm putting this on my whole lid space. I'm trying not to get it like in my crease or my outer V or too close to my inner corner. But you know, we just gotta do what we gotta do. You can also start off with this transition color if you want. It's like a tan shade, and then I bumped it up with some browns and purples, and then I eventually added a black in there. I wanted to make her kind of sexier than the Disney version, because the Disney version, obviously she's a villain, and you know, she's not a great person because she wants to drown and maim and hurt puppies, and that's not what I do at all. And we're putting a white under our inner water lash line. I put a green just to rim that, and as you can see, I'm putting a loose green glitter on my lids where that blue-green was, just to make it even more green. At least I thought it looked more green. I put a white in my inner corner, and we're doing a huge wing on the outsides of our eye. Putting on some mascara, and I'm going to put on false lashes for this look. You don't have to, obviously. This is just my take on Cruella de Ville. Cruella de Ville, Cruella de Ville. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. Once we have our lashes on, our giant lashes on, we're going to prime our face. I'm putting some concealer on the high points of my face, everywhere you would pretty much conceal, and then I'm putting some foundation on over this. I did drag this foundation all the way down to my décolleté area. That is because we were doing some spots. We're working on some puppies spots. I'm sorry, I will never ever do that again. I'm just powdering over this, and as you can see, I'm taking it down to my décolleté. And we gotta do a little dance break in between. I am contouring around my temples and my cheekbones. I didn't give her any blush or anything like that. I kind of made her look sunken in at first, and I was like, I didn't really like it. So then I went back and I just added a little bit of warmth, and then I blended this out with some powder. I started off by using a orangey red kind of liquid lipstick. I did 2 layers of that, and I'm just doing the eyebrows really thin and kind of flicking the tops of them out just to make her look very evil and very harsh. And then I went back with a red just so the red color would have a nice base to stand on and kind of be even more brighter. I've noticed this with at least the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks, that they tend to do this. Like whatever the base is, it'll be a little bit brighter if it's in the same like color family. So here is the daunting task I took of making a spotted necklace choker thing. I wanted to make this like a big fur piece and, you know, like draw on some fur and make it like really crazy and cool, but I just decided to do some black spots just all over, of different shapes and sizes and ranges and everything of that sort, and then I went back over these spots with the white, just kind of outlining them. You can obviously do the white first if you want to. If you do big spots or little spots, I did, as you can see, mostly medium spots. I did some big spots and threw in a little bit of little spots in there. I've only seen a Dalmatian, I think, a handful of times in my life. There's not a lot that live around me. I don't live in a firehouse, obviously, and none live on my block, and Tucker is not friends with any. So I had to reference a lot of pictures. As you can see, the screen is like flipping back and forth. I'm referencing a lot of different pictures of spots. They're basically just cow spots, Dalmatian cow spots. They're very similar, except the Dalmatians have like little black ones in between. I find the cow ones don't really have the little ones in between the big spots. But anyway, that's my lesson on spots for today. I kept the whole piece of meat in here just so you guys could see the progression, even though you can't see the side of my neck. I should have turned, but I didn't think about it. And as you can see, I'm deep in thought, deep in work. And I'm just putting a red back over that, as you can see, or at least I can tell that it pops a little bit more than just putting the red on by itself. So here again is the daunting task of outlining all of the spots that you just did with a white. Obviously, you don't have to do this, or you don't even have to. You could just lay down a white and then draw the black over it. That would probably be easier, but you know me, I gotta take the hard way out, the hard way in life. It's just what I do. And once the white is dried in there, I took the black and I went back over that. Make sure they were really dark cemented in there. As you can see, once they get to like more farther out on my neck, I got a little bit more sloppy with the drawing in of the white, so I apologize for that. I couldn't really see. And here's my Cruella. I just took some tulle, and that's a makeup brush. I don't actually know how to smoke. I've never held a cigarette in my life, so if I'm doing this wrong, I apologize. But she's right, from like, what, the 20s, 40s? This is how they used to have the big, long cigarette holders, right? I love you guys, and this is just my version of Cruella de Ville, the fabulous version, of course. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!